Imagine a world where the water glows in the dark. Picture yourself dipping your hand into the sea at night. It is not magic, though it certainly feels like it. This is a real phenomenon, a secret of the natural world. These places are called bioluminescent bays. They are rare ecosystems where nature puts on a light show every single night. The light is created by living things. This is an invitation to explore one of Earth's most enchanting wonders. We will witness a sight that has amazed people for centuries. A living light that responds to our every touch. The feeling of being in a bioluminescent bay is hard to describe. It is as if the sea has captured the stars and is holding them in its embrace. This experience touches something deep within us. Come with me on this adventure. Prepare to be amazed by the simple yet profound beauty of a bay that lights up the night. This is not a fairy tale. This is our world. What causes this incredible glowing spectacle? The secret lies with tiny plankton called dinoflagellates. At night, they reveal their special ability, bioluminescence. When disturbed, they produce a flash of cold blue-green light. This is a chemical reaction inside their bodies. The result is a burst of light, but almost no heat. For a bay to glow so brightly, there must be millions of these dinoflagellates. The bay should be shallow with a narrow opening, trapping the plankton inside. When you kayak, you are a part of this natural alarm system. This disturbance makes thousands of dinoflagellates light up at once. You are participating in its grand, silent concert of light. Bioluminescent bays exist in few places, but nowhere are they as brilliant as in Puerto Rico. This Caribbean island is blessed with 3 remarkable glowing bays. Each is a unique ecosystem, a jewel protected by its geography and community. They draw visitors to witness this rare phenomenon. The most famous is Mosquito Bay on Vieques. It's recognized as the brightest bioluminescent bay in the world. Its narrow channel and surrounding red mangrove forests create the ideal home for these organisms. Another gem is Laguna Grande. To reach it, kayak through a narrow channel winding through a dense mangrove forest. Finally, there is La Parguera. This has unfortunately impacted the brightness of the glow over the years, highlighting the urgent need to preserve these natural wonders. At the very heart of this glowing wonder is life itself, created by tiny marine plankton known as dinoflagellates. When darkness falls, they reveal their extraordinary secret, the ability to create light. It is a deep, ancient instinct. The light they produce is a cold light, a flash of brilliant blue-green. This phenomenon is known as bioluminescence, or living light. Bioluminescence is a chemical reaction, a spark of life ignited in the darkness. Nowhere is it as immersive as in a bioluminescent bay. It is a reminder that even the smallest beings can create something of immense beauty. So how do these organisms produce light? The process is natural chemistry, like a tiny biological light switch. Inside each dinoflagellate, luciferin acts as the fuel, and luciferase is the trigger. When these meet, a reaction takes place, resulting in a burst of light. This chemical dance is incredibly efficient, converting almost all energy into light. The reaction is triggered by movement, causing a pressure change. The result is an instantaneous flash of blue-green light. When you see the water glow, you're witnessing trillions of these reactions. Understanding this chemical dance adds another layer of wonder. It shows us the elegant solutions life has found to thrive. For a bay to glow so brightly, it needs more than just a few dinoflagellates. It actually needs an astonishingly high concentration of them. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of these tiny organisms in a single liter of water. This doesn't just happen by chance. It requires a very special set of environmental conditions. Only a few places on Earth have the perfect geography and ecology to become a true bioluminescent bay. These bays are rare natural treasures, created by a delicate balance of factors. They're like perfect nurseries for these light-producing plankton to flourish in massive numbers. First, the geography of the bay is crucial. The ideal bioluminescent bay is a semi-enclosed body of water with a very narrow and shallow channel connecting it to the open ocean. This narrow opening acts like a bottleneck. It allows seawater to enter, but it makes it very difficult for the tiny dinoflagellates to be flushed out by the tides. This effectively traps the plankton inside the bay so they can reproduce and multiply generation after generation until their population reaches an incredible density. The calm, protected waters of the bay provide a stable environment where they're safe from strong ocean currents. The depth of the bay also plays a role. These bays are typically quite shallow, which means the dinoflagellates, who rely on sunlight for energy during the day, are always close to the surface. They can easily perform photosynthesis, gathering the energy they need to power their nightly light show. The shallow water also tends to be warmer, which helps to speed up their metabolism and reproduction rates. The combination of being trapped and having access to plenty of sunlight allows their numbers to swell to the levels needed for the spectacular glow we see at night. But perhaps the most important element is the surrounding ecosystem, especially the mangrove forests. Red mangroves often line the shores of these glowing bays. Their tangled prop roots aren't just a beautiful sight, they're the lifeblood of the bay. As leaves from the mangroves fall into the water and decompose, they release essential nutrients. One of the most important is vitamin B12. Dinoflagellates can't produce this vitamin themselves, but they need it to grow and thrive. The mangroves provide a constant, rich supply of this and other nutrients, creating the perfect vitamin-rich soup for an immense plankton bloom. So, why do these tiny creatures go to all the trouble of producing light? Well, it's not for our entertainment. This spectacular light show is actually a sophisticated and effective survival strategy. It's a defense mechanism, often called the burglar alarm effect. In the dark ocean, many predators hunt by stealth. When a predator, like a small shrimp, tries to eat a dinoflagellate, the plankton flashes its bright light. This sudden burst of light can startle the predator, causing it to retreat. It's a desperate, brilliant attempt to avoid being eaten, but the strategy is even more clever than that. The flash of light does more than just startle the immediate threat. It actually illuminates the predator, revealing its location to even bigger predators nearby. Imagine a fish hunting for shrimp in the dark. A shrimp swims through a cloud of dinoflagellates, causing them to light up. The flash acts like a spotlight, showing the fish exactly where the shrimp is. The fish then darts in to eat the now visible shrimp. In this way, the dinoflagellate's light attracts the enemy of its enemy. It's a brilliant, indirect way of defending itself. This living alarm system creates a ripple effect through the food chain. The dinoflagellates are at the bottom, but their ability to create light influences the behavior of animals much larger than themselves. Predators learn to be more cautious when hunting in waters filled with these plankton. Any movement they make could give away their position and turn them from hunter into hunted. This makes the glowing bay a safer place for the dinoflagellates to live. The light is their shield, a collective defense that protects the entire population from being consumed too quickly. When we paddle through a bioluminescent bay, we actually become part of this system. Our kayak, our hands, and our paddles are like giant predators moving through the water. Every stroke we take disturbs millions of these tiny organisms, triggering their alarm. The beautiful trails of light we create are, in reality, a wave of panic spreading through the plankton community. It's a humbling thought. We're not just seeing a pretty light. We're interacting with a complex ecological drama. We're witnessing a primal and effective form of communication, a story of survival told in flashes of brilliant living light. While glowing waters appear in places from Jamaica to Vietnam, one island stands out: Puerto Rico, the world's capital of bioluminescence. This vibrant island is blessed with 3 remarkable glowing bays, each a unique ecosystem. More than tourist attractions, they're vital parts of the coastal environment. The existence of 3 bays on one island offers a rare opportunity to study these sensitive environments. The bays are named Mosquito Bay, Laguna Grande, and La Parguera, each with its own story. Our journey will now take us to each of these luminous jewels. Our first stop is Vieques, a short journey off Puerto Rico's coast. Here lies Mosquito Bay, recognized by Guinness World Records. It's the brightest bioluminescent bay on Earth, a brilliant explosion of light. The concentration of dinoflagellates, tiny organisms responsible for the light, is unbelievable. The bay's brilliance is no accident, but a result of perfect natural design. Surrounding red mangrove forests are the final crucial piece. The health of the mangroves is directly linked to the health and brightness of the bay. Every paddle stroke creates a blazing trail. Thousands of tiny points of light drip from your fingertips like liquid diamonds. It is here you can truly understand the immense power and beauty of life's living light. Leaving Vieques, we journey back to the main island of Puerto Rico, to Fajardo. Here lies Laguna Grande. Unlike Mosquito Bay, you can't walk to it. You must navigate a winding channel through a dense red mangrove forest. The only way to travel this channel is by kayak. The mangrove trees form a dark, natural tunnel. After paddling, the channel opens to the vast lagoon. With each paddle stroke, the water sparkles. It's a more subtle glow than Mosquito Bay, but captivating. The transition from the dark channel to the sparkling lagoon creates a powerful sense of revelation. Laguna Grande offers a journey into a living system, culminating in a serene light show under the stars. Our final destination is in the southwest of Puerto Rico, in the charming fishing village of La Parguera. This is the home of the island's third bioluminescent bay, and it is the oldest known to its inhabitants. For many years, La Parguera was the most famous and most visited of the three. However, its history also serves as a critical lesson in conservation. Unlike the other two bays, which are now heavily protected, La Parguera has a long history of less restricted access. For decades, motorboats have been allowed to travel into the bay, bringing tourists to see the glowing spectacle. This easier access came at a cost. The propellers of the motorboats can damage the delicate dinoflagellates. Fuel and oil leaks from the boats pollute the water, harming the entire ecosystem. The development of houses and businesses right along the shoreline has also had a significant impact, destroying parts of the vital mangrove forests and increasing light pollution. As a result, the glow in La Parguera is not as consistently bright as it once was. It has diminished over the years, a direct consequence of human activity and a lack of protective regulations in its earlier years. Despite this, La Parguera still holds a unique charm and can offer a beautiful experience, especially on a very dark night. It is the only one of the three bays in Puerto Rico where swimming is sometimes permitted. For those who get the chance, floating in the warm water and seeing your own body create a shimmering aura of light is an unforgettable feeling. It is a moment of direct personal connection with the phenomenon. However, this practice is also controversial, as sunscreens, lotions, and insect repellents on swimmers' skin can further harm the sensitive plankton population. La Parguera is a powerful and poignant example of the fragility of these ecosystems. It stands as a living testament to what can happen when a natural wonder is not adequately protected. The difference in brightness between the heavily guarded Mosquito Bay and the more impacted La Parguera is a stark warning. It shows us that this natural magic is not guaranteed. It depends on a delicate balance that can be easily upset. La Parguera's story is therefore one of both beauty and caution, urging us to be mindful stewards of these rare and precious glowing treasures. The true magic is in the human experience. Talk to anyone who has kayaked through Mosquito Bay, and their eyes will light up. It felt like the universe was whispering a secret. A father described the journey through the mangrove channel as a rite of passage, sharing a moment of pure wonder with the people he loved most. In our busy lives, we forget how to be still. It felt like we were floating in a sea of stars, and all our worries disappeared. One guide said the best part is the sound people make when they first see it. In that moment, everyone is the same, seeing magic for the first time. These whispers on the water transform a boat tour into a profound and lasting memory. There is perhaps no perspective more honest or pure than that of a child. Imagine a young girl, no older than 10, on her first trip to Fajardo's Laguna Grande. As her father paddled the kayak into the open lagoon, she was quiet at first, her eyes wide. Her guide encouraged her to splash the water. The moment her small hand hit the surface and it erupted in a starburst of blue-green light, a joyful shriek filled the night air. Every drip from the paddle was a cascade of diamonds. She would lean over the side, giggling as she drew glowing pictures with her fingers. "It's like the stars fell down from the sky and are having a party in the water," she exclaimed. These early encounters with natural wonder plant seeds of curiosity and respect for the environment. The greatest gift of the bays is the sense of wonder they inspire in the next generation. While visitors see magic, a biologist sees a thriving, complex ecosystem. Dr. Edith Widder, a renowned expert in marine biology, has spent her life studying this phenomenon. For her, the beauty is not just in the glow, but in the intricate web of life that creates it. Every flash of light tells a story. Sometimes a fish escaping a predator, sometimes a warning signal. The water is not just glowing, it is communicating. Scientists know how fragile this balance is. A slight change in temperature or pollution could end it all. The glow seems eternal, but it's hanging on by a thread. This knowledge adds urgency and poignancy to the experience. Yet, even for scientists, the wonder never fades. Understanding the science only deepens their appreciation. It's a humbling reminder of nature's ingenuity and the delicate balance of evolution. For an artist, a bioluminescent bay is a living, breathing medium. A painter sees the water as a dark canvas, their paddle a brush painting with light. Each stroke creates a masterpiece that fades in seconds. Photographers and musicians are inspired by the challenge and rhythm of the bay. A composer hears music in the silence. A poet searches for words to describe liquid light. The bay becomes a mirror reflecting back creativity. Artists try to capture the magic through photos, songs, poems, or paintings. Their work helps us understand the emotional impact of the bays. These places are not just ecological wonders, they are living canvases that spark the imagination. These glowing bays are treasures, but incredibly fragile. The brilliant light is a sign of a healthy ecosystem. When it dims, it's a warning. Around the world, some bays have already lost their glow forever. Pollution is a primary danger. Runoff from towns and farms introduces toxins that harm the dinoflagellates. Other algae can outcompete them, clouding the water and disrupting the balance. Light pollution from nearby development disrupts the natural rhythms essential for the glow. Climate change threatens the bays with rising sea levels, stronger storms, and warmer waters. The darkness is not just a backdrop, it's essential for the magic. These global changes pose a fundamental threat to these rare ecosystems. The future of the bays is tied to the health of our planet. Their fading glow is a call to action. The popularity of the bays can threaten their survival. Thousands visit each year, but our presence leaves a mark. Insect repellents, sunscreen, and lotions wash into the water, harming the dinoflagellates. Even kayaks can disturb the organisms. Motorboats are now banned in many bays. Tour operators must manage visitor numbers and enforce strict guidelines. Development along the shore destroys mangroves, increases light pollution, and contaminates the water. Protecting the bays means protecting the land around them. The bay and the forest are one interconnected, vulnerable system. Our love for these places must be matched by our responsibility. Only then can we ensure their survival. Faced with these threats, people are stepping up as guardians of the glow. In Puerto Rico, scientists, communities, and conservationists work together to protect the bays. Strict regulations now limit visitor impact and ban motorboats. The Vieques Conservation and Historical Trust monitors bay health and educates the public. Scientific research tracks water quality and dinoflagellate populations, providing early warnings. Education is key. Tour guides teach visitors about the science and the threats. Informed visitors become advocates for protection. Conservation is a story of hope and resilience. When people unite to protect a natural treasure, they can make a difference. The glow's survival depends on all of us. The story of the bioluminescent bays is not just a tale of beauty and fragility. It is also a powerful lesson in recovery. It shows us that with dedicated effort, nature has a remarkable ability to heal. A powerful example of this occurred after Hurricane Maria struck Puerto Rico in 2017. The storm was devastating. It churned the waters of the bays, destroyed huge sections of the surrounding mangrove forests, and washed much of the dinoflagellate population out to sea. In the weeks after the hurricane, Mosquito Bay went dark. The world's brightest bioluminescent bay had lost its light. Many feared the magic was gone forever. But the guardians of the bay did not lose hope. They knew the ecosystem was resilient. The community, scientists, and conservation groups began the slow work of recovery. They cleared debris and started the process of replanting the mangroves, knowing that the health of the forest was key to the bay's return. They waited patiently, monitoring the dark waters. Slowly, miraculously, life began to return. The surviving dinoflagellates, nourished by the recovering mangroves and protected by the bay's unique geography, started to reproduce and multiply once more. Within a few months, a faint sparkle returned to Mosquito Bay. Over the next year, it grew steadily stronger. Today, the bay has made a full recovery. In fact, some scientists believe the glow is even brighter than it was before the storm. The hurricane may have flushed out pollutants and stirred up nutrients from the seafloor, ultimately creating an even healthier environment for the plankton to thrive. This remarkable comeback story is a powerful testament to the resilience of nature. It proves that if we give these ecosystems a chance, if we protect them from chronic human pressures, they can bounce back from even catastrophic events. This recovery serves as a beacon of hope. It shows that our conservation efforts are not in vain. Banning motorboats, controlling light pollution, protecting mangroves, and educating visitors. All these actions work. They create a stronger, more resilient ecosystem that is better able to withstand the challenges it faces. The glowing waters of Mosquito Bay are more than just a beautiful sight. They are a symbol of what is possible when we choose to act as responsible stewards of our planet. They remind us that it is not too late to protect the magic that still exists in our world. We have journeyed together into a world painted with living light. We've paddled through the silent, dark canals of mangrove forests and emerged into vast lagoons where the water mirrors the heavens above. We've explored the science behind this spectacle, understanding that every sparkle is a tiny life form, a dinoflagellate, reacting to our presence. We've seen how Puerto Rico serves as the world's foremost sanctuary for this phenomenon, cradling 3 unique bays. Mosquito Bay offers an overwhelming, immersive experience of pure, brilliant light. These bays have a profound impact on the human spirit. They inspire awe, spark curiosity, and foster a deep sense of connection to the natural world. As our journey concludes, we're left with this image of a sea of living stars. It's a powerful symbol of the hidden beauty that our world holds. It's now our privilege to witness it, and our profound responsibility to protect it. This magical glow is not guaranteed to last. It's a delicate flame that can be easily extinguished. Pollution, artificial lights, and climate change pose a grave danger. We are at a crossroads. The choices we make today will determine the future. Our desire to be close can lead to degradation. Mosquito Bay versus La Parguera paints a clear picture. Our actions have direct consequences. Protection and respect allow the light to shine brightly. This is a clear choice. Guardians or consumers. This extends beyond Puerto Rico. Is nature a resource or a community? Bioluminescent bays are a test of our wisdom. Their fate is in our hands. Protecting these wonders isn't just for scientists. Every one of us can be a guardian. It starts with education. Share what you learn. If you visit, choose eco-conscious tours and follow their rules. Support conservation organizations. Make conscious daily choices to protect our planet. Use your voice. Share your experiences and tell representatives that protecting these treasures matters. Be a storyteller for enduring magic and conservation. Our journey into the heart of the glowing waters must now come to an end, but the light itself endures. It persists in the calm, protected coves of Puerto Rico, a nightly testament to the resilience of life. The remarkable recovery of Mosquito Bay after the devastation of a hurricane is a powerful symbol of this endurance. It's a beacon of hope, proving that nature's capacity to heal is immense, if only we give it the space and protection it needs to do so. This comeback story is a profound lesson for humanity, reminding us that it's never too late to correct our course and work in harmony with the natural world. This is what transforms a natural phenomenon into a cultural treasure, a place that is cherished not just for what it is, but for what it means to us. The bays can teach us a wisdom we must apply to all our interactions with the planet. This living light is a symbol of hope, beauty, and the incredible power of life itself. It's a wonder that, with our help, will continue to light up the darkness for all generations to come. It's up to us to ensure it never fades away.